So today we are going to discuss on text 9 from the light of Bhagvata. Pictures you see of green battlefields enlightens the heart of the poor agriculturist, but it brings gloom to the face of the capitalist who lives by exploiting the poor farmers. With good rains, the farmer's business in agriculture flourishes. Agriculture is the noblest profession. Make society happy, wealthy, healthy, honest, substantially advanced for a better life after the Vaishya community or the mercantile class of men into this profession. In Bhagavad Gita, the Vaishyas are described as natural agriculturists, a protector of the cow, the general traders, the Krishna incarnated himself, Vrindavan. He took pleasure in becoming a beloved son of such a Vaishya family. Nanda Maharaj was a big protector of the cows. Lord Shri Krishna is the most beloved son of Nanda Maharaj. He used to tend his father's animals and neighboring forests. By his personal example, Lord Krishna wanted to teach the value of protecting cows. Nanda Maharaj is said to have possessed 900,000 cows. And the time of Lord Shri Krishna, that is now 5,000 years ago, the tract of land known as Vrindavan was flooded with milk and butter. Therefore, God's gifted professions for mankind are agriculture, cow protection. Trade is meant only for transporting the surplus produce to places where the produce is scant. But when the traders become too greedy, materialistic, they take to large scale commerce industry and allow the poor agriculturist to unsanitary industrial towns with a false hope of earning more money. The industrialist, the capitalist, do not want the farmer to remain at home, satisfied with his agriculture produce. The farmer is satisfied by a luxuriant growth of food grains. The capitalist becomes gloomy at heart. But the real fact is, humanity must depend on agriculture and subsist on agricultural produce. No one can produce rice and wheat in big iron factories. The industrialist goes to the villages to purchase the food grains he is unable to produce in his factory. The poor agriculturalist takes advances from the capitalists and sells his produce at a lower price. Hence, when food grains are produced abundantly, the farmers become financially stronger, and thus the capitalist becomes morose and being unable to exploit them. Picturesque scene of green paddy fields enlivens the heart of the poor agriculturist. While it brings gloom to the face of the capitalist who lives by exploiting the poor farmers. Srila Prabhupada describes here a very endearing arrangement of a society, a very endearing arrangement of a society which is prospering materially, but more so progressing towards spiritual realization. In such a society, the vicious tenets of exploitation and greed are conspicuous by their absence. Srila Prabhupada explains here, however, such a noble profession, Prabhupada say agriculture is the noblest profession. So people of mercantile mindset, it means people of Vaishya community should engage in agriculture and not become greedy for trade. Very interestingly, Srila Prabhupada is explaining that trade is meant for simply transferring the surplus to a place where it is scanty, the supply is scanty. So in that sense, we can see trade becomes an expression of sharing and giving. I have surplus, and I'm able to see out there is scarcity. I can take myself these things. So it reinforces sharing and giving. Now this is very interesting. Why? Because in general notion, the term Vaishya or Vaishya mentality is equated to money making, business and money making. But Srila Prabhupada is explaining the Vaishya mentality is not to be engaged in money making, it has to be engaged in service of the God. Now, this is very instructive because so we will see that each and every role in Varnashram is obviously based on a particular skill set, the physical or mental skill set of the candidate. Now, generally, people are very proud about their skill set. If not, I have an MBA graduate. Your person will feel very proud. I'm MBA. I did my MBA from Harvard School. Person will become very proud. Or a person is a scholar. Person will say, "Oh, I know each and every shloka of Bhagavad Gita. Anything you can ask." He's very proud. One person will be very proud of his strength, his muscular strength. uh, or a person will be very proud of his hardworking abilities. Hardworking. And okay, anything given to me, I can work it out. So generally, people are very proud of their skills. But what we can understand is, you see, each and every skill of these exhibited by these four divisions of the Varna, each and every skill actually comes along with a poisonous effect. For each and every skill brings forth a poisonous along with itself. How is it so? It is so because these skills can make one excessively proud and thereby exploitative. And we are not talking fiction. This has been the history of the world. This is the history of the world. There was a time where Brahmanas were very powerful, and therefore Brahmanas, proud of their scholarship and power, were exploiting the entire society. So you see, scholarship leads to pride, Pride leads to exploitative mentality. So the Brahmanas, the priests, they were doing wholesale exploitation, and therefore there were revolutions around the world. Srila Prabhupada explained the Kshatriyas came in power after some time. So they stopped following the Brahmanas because Brahmanas were no more following the scriptural codes of conduct. They were exploitative. Kshatriyas came in power. The Kshatriyas had a lot of strength, but that strength also leads to arrogance and pride. So the Kshatriyas started exploiting. We hear of dictators like Aurangzeb, and so they started exploiting the common public. So autocracy became dictatorship. And when this happened worldwide, there were revolutions and revolts. And Vaishyas came in power. But the Vaishyas, they were not ready to support the Kshatriyas. So the Kshatriyas are not, they became exploited. So the Vaishyas came in power, came out capitalism. Mm. Unfortunately, capitalism turned into licensed exploitation. Exploitation with a license. It should be government certified. Mm. Where is the license for exploitation? Yes, license for exploitation under Section 13 of the Companies Act 1865 1965. Licensed exploitation. That which was available for public at 2 rupees is now being delivered at 100 rupees. Licensed exploitation. In some places there was revolt against this, so Shudras came with power. Mm. As communism. So the point is that now this perspective is an awakening perspective. That, okay, whatever skills that we have is what can potentially create a lot of trouble to us in the society. But that is the reality of the existence of this world. We think if I am skilled, I am unique, I am par excellence. But the reality is, the more skilled we are, the more we are potentially poisonous to ourselves and to the world at large. The more we can potentially damage ourselves and the world at large. Therefore, the Vedic Varnashrama paradigm is not just that identify your skill set and use that skill set as a means of reciprocation with the society. That is not what the Varna system says. Varna system has very strongly, emphatically placed the angle of purification of these skills or control or right channelization of these skills very, very clearly and succinctly. Varna system has placed injunctions. So the principle is these skills have to be purified. Then only they'll be controlled. And the vices which also fluff up along with these skills to be subdued. So what is the control in the purifying chain, which is established by the Varna system very strongly? For the Brahmanas, what is the check for the Brahmana? To be completely dedicated to the spiritual master and thereby to be completely dedicated to the Supreme Lord. That is the check. If subservience and adherence to the parampara is taken away, Brahmana can be the most dangerous species on the world. Terrorism through intellectual manipulation. That is what can happen. Brahmana's potential. Kshatriyas, their muscular power, their body, power is purified and changed. How? Because Kshatriyas, the most important injunction for a Kshatriya is always follow the Brahmana. So if that Kshatriya gets that independent mentality, all that strength they use to create havoc, exploit the people because a lot of power. What will he do with that power? He'll exploit. Similarly, Vaishya, their mentality is put to check how. Huh? No, not Kshatriyas. What is the point? What is the purifying factor for them? Cow protection is the checking point. Krishi can be enough for green, but cow protection is the checking point. The cow protection, no green. So cow protection is a principle just told to them to purify. And for the Shudra, the checking point is yes, obedience. Just follow as it is. Just do it as it is. Russia is producing much of selling to the countries, the capital. On the website, one was getting over. Yes, in general, if Krishna is not involved, then Sukha karma, where Krishna is not in the center, it's Sukha karma. That's true. Just like certain chronic diseases require a daily medicine, if that medicine is not taken, the disease will go fatal. When that medicine is taken, it remains under control. Person can work just like remember Sankarshan Nasabhi provide control telling us seizures, which severe seizures, epilepsy. Recently, he had epilepsy. The doctors gave him medicine every day. He says, I take the medicine and there are no seizures. And we will do function one. So now I'm asking, what the use of that medicine? No machines. Let me cast it up. The moment one casts out the medicine, the disease will become controlled. These principles are most important. Why the Shastra is stressing humility? Because then only one will remain as a Brahmana, otherwise one will become a Rakshasa. Why the Shastras are stressing submissiveness for the Kshatriya, obedience for the Shudra? Because then only they will remain so, otherwise they will also become Rakshasa. And cow protection for the Vaishyas, so that they will also become Rakshasa. In terms of harboring that greed, fueling and feeding that lust. So when Prabhupada is telling here that how Vaishyas, they should center their life around cow protection, therefore the Vaishyas should understand. This is my. So when the heart tells, so there is a point, you see, by serving the cow, the heart and the mind become so sweetly absorbed, the greed element is subdued. And such a person would like to chase and run after money, money, more money, where is the money? No? So that means that any amount of position and talent in this material world is dangerous actually. And the Vedas are very mercifully giving us a chance to purify and make it into a service so that it can be offered to Krishna. But actually, it is so dangerous. It can potentially kill the person. Yes. इसी वर्णाश्रम श्रीमद् भागवत देवी वर्णाश्रम we're talking about Bhagvata. Varnashram means we are in a position which is not at all Varna oriented, topsy-turvy situation. So we can try to see uh, so exact fitting into the Varna role is practically not possible, and therefore we can see uh, whatever way we can serve and whatever is the need of the mission, take both and move forward. That is basically the idea of that. We see the need of the mission and we see what we can offer and try to do a mix of both. I think basically moving on. Is it that true for Varnashram? Very Varnashram is for those who cannot perform the 64 Angada Bhakti throughout the day. Is it like that true? Dev Varnashram is a way of purification. It is the way in which we will be able to become steady in performing the 64 items of Krishna service. So Devi Varnashram offers an environment and culture where the practicing devotees can practice the 64 items of devotional service in a steady manner, sustainable manner. Otherwise, many people jump towards bhakti, but they are not able to take it. Bhakti means 64. Yeah, 64. Or in essence, the know with the bhakti, nine processes. So the Shastras are giving purification. That is why, we have to understand what gives purification and stick to that. Then our ways, propensities will get purified and they can be constructive to the society. Otherwise, it will be destructive. That is the point. Uh, just like if a Brahmana goes into reading too many books, too many Vedas, Upanishads, then mind will get damaged. Oh, Shastra, Bhagvata, Chittiti, Brahmaya, Krishna Kaviraj Goswami says, too many scriptures. It was simply developed the mind. The purification. That is why when we read the scriptures, our focus is in a proper purpose. That is not scholarship. And nothing beyond purpose, Vajra proper purpose is needed. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, CC purpose, nothing beyond that is needed. Nothing beyond that is actually needed to go back to that. So if the focus zone is there, it is safe. But the focus zone goes on verses and so many other Vedangas and so on and so forth. Then we stand a great risk to get disease. So it is the purpose books can only take us that from methodology. Yes. So we should only read purpose books. Yes. And we should also read to our proper books are sufficient. Proper books should be our main staple diet. I instead now I understand proper book more deeply because which acharyas? Which acharyas? Past acharyas, present acharyas, or future acharyas? Which acharyas? Srila Prabhupada is presenting the teachings of all the previous acharyas to us in a format in which we can understand and relate with it. So there is no need to refer to the teachings of any of the past acharyas. Rather, we get more confused and bewildered. The proper books are enough. The proper books are enough. We can just read them again and again. That's just enough. Take us back home after that. Prabhupada is presenting the essence of the teachings in all the aspects. Nothing is required. Present acharyas, we refer sometimes extra, like many Prabhupada disciples have spoken about Prabhupada. To get to know deeper insights about Prabhupada's life, his sacrifice, motivation, we may sometimes refer to that. That's extra. The main diet is Prabhupada. Like, so that is extra. But previous acharyas, previous to Srila Prabhupada, there is no need. Rather, it will be confusing because philosophy is given according to time, place, circumstance, and a situation which we don't know how it was and what was the cultural context. We read their commentaries, will not be able to understand much. But there is a great danger that we will misunderstand. And there is a still greater danger that we become proud that we are a very great scholar. So many of the paper disciples will be translating novels of the yeah. So I personally want to follow Gopal Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj would never read nor quote any scripture other than Srila Prabhupada's. Like that. If you have passed 50 years in Krishna consciousness, or GBC has given you no authorization, then you can refer. But till 50 years of ISKCON, starting from the point we get initiated, you know, uh, there is no need to touch like that. So certain GBCs and gurus may do it, understanding that those there will be some people who will anyways run after it. So better present it properly so that they don't get misguided. That is how they will want to do it. Or knowing that certain gurus may also go deeper because they have passed 40, 50 years in Krishna consciousness. And it's not so easy to shake them. Therefore, they may go understanding that people always have that mindset of getting something new masala, new masala. Sometimes they may give masala just to satisfy, but it is not required. Everybody says it is not required. Everybody says it is not required. Not at all required. Not at all required to go back to Godhead. You want to go to some other imaginative higher place and back to Godhead. Like, so sometimes some devotees can do. Uh, Whenever Radhanath Maharaj speaks from some Gopal Chappu or some literature, Maharaj himself will stress this again and again. It's not required. But generally, Kaliyuga people have a mentality to have some news because otherwise they say, okay, I know as much as you. What is new? But this I also know Gita Shloka, you know? So I also know Bhagavatam Shloka. What are you teaching me? That kind of mindset. So sometimes some acharyas will present because people anyways have a hope to go. So just to save those people, present those no teachings of no other literatures in a way that in a safe way, so that everyone can be satisfied at the same time protect. That is the point. And nothing extra is required. Okay, let's start here. Your Prabhupada is Srila Bhagavatam ki jai.